just gone by so fast.
It could have been any 10-year high school reunion, but it wasn't just any. It was the Clairemont High School class of '79 meeting again after a decade. Don't let this tame music fool you. Apparently, Clairemont High's class of '79 was anything but tame. At least that's the conclusion you'd come to if you saw the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High. You see, the movie was based on the life and times of Clairemont High. What was the class of '79?
A wild, fun-loving group that just wanted to live life as a teenager.
You look like you could still be in high school.
Yeah, no, everybody says that.
How old are you?
19.
If the movie was to be believed, the class of '79 spent very little time thinking about school and a lot of time thinking about sex.
When you get out there, do you ever fear for your life?
Well, Sue, I'll tell you, surfing's not a sport. It's a way of life, no hobby. It's a way of looking at that wave and saying, hey, bud, let's party.
There was no question the movie had to be set in Southern California. The not-so-subtle hint of Sean Penn's surfer character named Spicoli. The movie, was it true to life?
Yeah, pretty much. I could see a lot of people in that movie that I went to school with. A lot of people.
Order the double cheese and sausage.
Right here, dude.
As for the pizza scene, well, Gene Johnston, speech teacher here for years, says that did happen.
And all of a sudden, the pizza delivery man would pull up outside my door, and he'd come walking in with these great big pile of 5, 6 pizzas.
The way their senior year became enshrined was that a young writer already out of high school sat in with the class of '79 as it went about its last year in high school. First he wrote a book, then Hollywood got into the act.
We were the kids of the '70s, the bell-bottoms and the wide belts with the mushrooms stuck in them and the surfers and the stoners, and it was a great experience.
Yes, Greg. Who are these guys?
The character named Greg was in real life Jay Roberts. This is him today. And his real-life girlfriend at the time was a cheerleader, Mary Jo Zaffis. They were reunited at the reunion. Was it truly Fast Times at Clairemont High?
For some people, probably. But again, I don't think it makes it any different from any other high school.
When the class of '79 came together 10 years later, they said all the things that people say at reunions.
Had more hair.
Yeah, but you didn't have as much money, right?
Less money and more hair.
But surprising to me was just how traditional they'd become.
Working hard, trying to make it. After 10 years, it's taken a long time. But plucking away, married, I have twin daughters and another one on the way.
After 10 years, one thing Clairemont High's class of '79 all had in common was that they were Ridgemont High.
Yeah, I've been around the country and everybody seems to remember, oh yeah, you know, Ridgemont High. Yep, that's where I went.
It got a bit rowdy at Clairemont High's class of '79 reunion, but then the class that became the Hollywood standard for the late '70s teenager isn't over the hill yet. They have moved on in life, though.
Listen to me. You're gonna have to run.
At Clairemont High, Jay Roberts dreamed of being an actor. Today, he's living in Hollywood, slaying them on the silver screen. Jay's former girlfriend in high school, former cheerleader, portrayed in the movie as one frustrated cheerleader.
You know, it takes a lot of courage to get up here and do something that you know people will make fun of.
Mary Jo Zaffis. Today, you find Mary Jo picking her way through the photographs you see as you leaf through the San Diego Union every day.
I don't think anybody knows in high school where they're going to be in 10 years. There were probation officers at the reunion and flight attendants and IRS auditors, and it was a kick. It really was.
When you ask people who this or that character in the movie was in real life, everyone's got their own theories.
Aloha. My name is Mr. Hand.
Some think the stern Mr. Hand was really Mr. K. Mr. K says he was stern, all right.
I don't want to say this, but I was called down for being too strict with kids.
F. 3 weeks we've been talking about the Platt Amendment. What are you people? On dope?
This is Clairemont High today, 10 years after the class of '79 went off to make its mark on the world. The class of '79 certainly left its mark on Clairemont High.
At the Hungarian border, that's just such an exciting thing.
Pam Ramsey teaches journalism at Clairemont High today, and she did back in 1979.
Were they fast times at Ridgemont High or fast times at Clairemont High?
Well, they're not they weren't fast in relation to nowadays, but I guess back then it seemed a little fast. But you know, they were good kids and they were fun people, and basically I think they were decent.
A lot of the kids at Clairemont High today say they've seen the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High 4 or 5 times. Are they the same as the class of '79? No way, they say.
That's what the movie is practically about. It's just girls and sex and drugs. That's all.
And what about these days? You think it's different?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much different because a lot of us don't think the same anymore.
Hawaiian shirts were in 1979, and they're still in. Sean Penn, the bad boy in the movie, has certainly had his ups and downs in real life. He's been married to and divorced from Madonna. The glue that cemented the friendships in the class of '79 seems to have been far stronger. More than half the class of more than 700 came to their 10th reunion.
I think it's neat to look back and see how you were a kid and how dopey you could be, and how you could come back and look at everyone else here tonight and know that we made it. We did okay.
They may have made it, but by the end of the reunion, a picnic and Mission Bay boat ride, the class of '79 proved it may be older, but no less crazy.